I'd like to begin today's legislative update with an update on the city's climate action efforts and the Chamber's perspective as we look ahead to the next phase of work. The city is currently preparing for its 2027 Climate Action Plan update, with an important milestone coming on April 7th, when Council will be asked to provide direction on priorities and approach. This update builds on a set of ambitious goals that many of you are familiar with. Achieving carbon neutrality by 2035, transitioning to an electricity system without greenhouse gas emissions, reducing overall energy use, electrifying buildings and transportation, and keeping organic waste out of our landfills. The city has taken an honest look at its progress so far, identifying not just where we're succeeding, but where gaps remain. And the most significant gap is one that will not surprise many of you: regional transportation. Transportation emissions continue to be the largest barrier to meet our climate goals, and they are deeply tied to a broader issue: housing. Specifically, the location of housing in relation to jobs. When people cannot live near where they work, we see longer commutes, more vehicle miles traveled, and ultimately higher emissions. This is not just a climate issue, it's a land use issue, an economic issue, and a regional issue. From the Chamber's perspective, this is where our focus lies. Rather than treating housing and climate as separate policy areas, we need to integrate smart housing policy into a broader, more impactful climate strategy. We encourage the city to align the climate action plan, the housing element, and the land use and circulation element to ensure a coordinated strategy to generate more housing and decrease vehicle miles traveled. We believe that what we measure as success matters. If we demonstrate that San Luis Obispo is reducing its carbon footprint per capita or per service population while continuing to grow, it would show that we are preventing emissions elsewhere by keeping people from relocating to higher carbon regions, which is a true display in climate leadership. We want to be that example city. In fact, it's imperative that we are. We also maintain that it is important to support local clean energy, to produce the power we need to meet our climate goals. At the Chamber, we see this as an opportunity, not just to meet climate targets, but to shape a more sustainable, economically resilient, and livable community. We strongly encourage you to attend the April 7th City Council meeting to lend your voice to shaping the future of our community. As always, your Chamber will be there, and we welcome your added energy and determination. We look forward to continuing to partner with the city and all of you as this vital work moves forward. I also want to briefly touch on another city initiative the Chamber has been engaged in: the Sewer Lateral program. Fun. The city has been working on this over the past year, and your Chamber has engaged throughout that time. For context, a private sewer lateral is a pipe that connects a home or business to the city's main sewer line. And in older areas, these pipes can fail and leak, which can lead to a significant water treatment impacts and costs. Historically, the city has used a wastewater flow offset program, where new development must offset added demand by identifying and replacing failing sewer laterals elsewhere in capacity-constrained areas. While well-intentioned, this has proven to be a significant burden on developers, both financially and logistically, adding complexity, delays, and uncertainty to projects. Last year, staff brought forward options to modify or eliminate that program, and your Chamber supported a more targeted approach, dissolving the offset program and instead requiring replacement of laterals identified as poor or failed during the inspection upon sale process in capacity-constrained areas. We believe this addresses the root issue: aging infrastructure, without placing an added burden on new development. This item will return to Council on April 21st. This issue is directly tied to our ability to deliver more housing. When infrastructure requirements are clear and feasible, projects can move forward while we responsibly maintain our system. Your Chamber will be there advocating for that balance, and we'd love to see you there as well. Next, I want to highlight some upcoming events. So we will be hosting our SLO County Housing Summit on Wednesday, April 8th at the Embassy Suites. There are just a few seats left, so if you have not yet registered, be sure to check your inbox and purchase your ticket via your Good Morning SLO flyer that was sent out this morning. Also, it's an election year, so you know what that means? More candidate forums. Each election year, we host candidate forums where we give community members the opportunity to connect with their local candidates in small groups, where they can get to know who is running for office and ask their burning questions. We'll be announcing these dates soon, so keep an eye out. Lastly, it would not be a legislative update if I didn't mention better roads for All SLO County. Bear with us hearing this month after month. The Citizens Committee is in peak crunch time. We need to collect 18,000 signatures by April 20th to put this measure on the ballot. To give some perspective on how urgent this is, I will share that we currently have around 6,000 signatures collected, meaning that we need to collect 12,000 signatures in less than a month. The committee is working hard to make sure that happens, but we cannot do this without your help. We have a booth outside today. Please stop by, sign the petition if you haven't yet, take petitions back to work with you and ask your coworkers to sign, and ask us how you can help us bring hundreds of millions of dollars to SLO County. Thank you for staying involved, and we'll continue to keep you updated on these key issues.